Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome back to part two of our Traveler character creation process. What's up, Joe? Yeah, I said I might be a couple minutes late, but I managed to dodge that bullet. We have a birthday party going on downstairs, so if I get dragged away, Justin will have to cover my slack.
I
Um,
won't do that.
and you may have to watch me eat some birthday cake and ice cream. Just saying.
Oh,
That's first for everything. I don't think I've ever eaten
what's
cake
this
on camera.
nerd calling me a nerd for?
Mhm. Hey, what's up, Hungar? Long time no see, man.
Yeah,
Uh, where you been, man? We haven't seen you in weeks, and we're starting to get ready a search party.
yeah. I was about to call it a Tuesday or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the day I had, right? Tuesday, or
yeah,
was it
you're down for Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm down for it. Never. It's not allowed. We do not give you permission to stop gaming anytime soon. I saw your brother put up a post of a really cool piece of terrain he made out of a I guess a mistake on the old 3D printer. Love when that happens. Not that the mistake, but when you can turn a mistake into something useful and valuable for the tabletop. I started working on my Gray Knights that somebody sent me. I got the legs done. Woohoo! Uh, so how you guys doing tonight?
Okay.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I don't know where Omen is. He might be in his game. Crafting might be in his game as well with Bruce, but I think Omen runs a Adventure Conquer King game every other Saturday. So if that's the case, then we'll hopefully be able to work it, to where this will be the Saturday that we skip actually playing. I sent Raven the link, or did I? Yes, I did send her the link. I don't know where she is.
Yeah,
If she doesn't get her butt in here, uh, we'll berate her endlessly. And when her channel comes onto YouTube, we'll all go over there, pile on, and give her nothing but a ration of crap because she's not here when she's supposed to be here playing
yeah,
her psychic character. Because I was looking at the psionics. There's a crap ton of stuff she can do, but unfortunately, uh,
yeah. I put a on my character sheet right under the name. I put a pronunciation guide for a video from YouTube for my first name.
It's like Tolkien. it's pronounced it's pronounced Sauron, not Sauron.
No, it's just Ned E. But I thought it would be funny.
so I also created a channel on Discord for this campaign. It's just the first introduction,
Yeah,
channel. I'll make sub channels later as we need them.
yeah. Keep the number of sub channels to a minimum. That
Yeah,
way
yeah,
things don't get lost.
yeah.
Because
Well,
that's a
just the
problem.
obvious
And
things, questions and stuff like that, which even questions can just be DM'd to me directly, and I won't have a problem with that. So everybody's got their basics for their characters done. Skills, stats, their career. Now comes the part where you guys get to buy equipment depending on how much money you have. And we're also going to talk a little bit about where your character is going to be starting from. As I said in the first Discord post, you'll all be either working, living, or visiting a place called Vega Court, which is a little slum street on Lunar City 8, uh, Dome 308. And it's a little, business street with various shops, and you either own the shop or part owner of the shop, or like crafting. I think crafting's character will just be visiting there for reasons that will become
well,
clear later.
uh, just a point of order. Point of order. Point of order.
Uh,
Um, uh,
Objection, overruled,
no,
sustained.
point of order is the lefty meme.
Point of
The
personal privilege.
Yeah, point of privilege. Point of privilege.
Point of white
Um,
privilege.
um, uh, now the way my character rolled out, should I still be in the shop because the pirate thing, or should it just be like a like we can say I did the term in piracy, but I just started out that
What?
way because like the event I got for worker was that the feds came by and shut my shop down.
Uh-huh.
Like
So that
I
that should be a thing that just happened to me. And I said, "Fuck this! I'm going pirate."
That's entirely up to you. If you want to have a little bodego of some sort where you're trying to restart up your old business or a business with, it's not a big deal. The
Well,
the
if going pirate means I hop on a ship with the rest of these hooligans.
no, that'll all come later.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, okay.
Yeah, and whatever you have in the way of ship shares and things like that can be a
I got
completely
8.
separate thing. Or when we get to it, you can use it as calling it a favor to transfer money or whatever to the current ship, except for the first ship, which will belong to the feds, and there's no chance in hell you guys will own that one. Spoiler, it's
Yeah.
not like a star destroyer, but it is way outside all of your price range, and
Well, you guys said you need 20 for the shittiest ship you can buy.
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
Well,
think you can
but
make go cheaper if you buy like used and stuff. But there's like a roll. There's like a table you can roll on
yeah.
corks and
Well,
things
what's up,
about the
Joe?
ship.
yeah.
Here's the thing. A share, according to what I read, is about 1.5 million credits.
Yeah.
So there are ships that are uh, 29 million to, you got what, 9 shares, 8 shares.
8.
That's not bad. It's like 12 million credits.
Yeah.
Well, I got quarter of a lab ship, so that's like and that's an expensive ship. But
Yes, it is. It's a 400 ton. Uh, you know, looks like the 2001 Space Odyssey round ringed
yeah,
floating space station, but this one has a jump drive, or at least a maneuver drive,
It,
because we're
it's
not
a
really doing
it's
jump
a
drives.
traveling it's a traveling space station.
Yes,
yeah,
and
it's
it's
like a
big
big
enough.
donut.
Yeah, it's big enough to have.
The
Uh,
design doesn't really matter.
Does it come
well,
with the penis?
yeah,
You want to? You There'll be some laughs when you see how they dock.
I, I
yes.
know. It's just like you did the timing on that joke perfectly.
It's of all the things they could have called it. You know what I mean?
It's like a
I think it's
nautical term, I
French.
guess.
It's also not English.
But either way, I mean, did they either Frank Chadwick and Mark Miller never got laid, never made those kind of jokes, or it was just so above them, or they've got the biggest, greatest sense of humor of all time, especially when you see the the lab
Design.
ship, because here's the lab ship, and here comes the pinnace.
Yeah, we
Literally,
all got that without the visuals, bro.
yeah. Well, for those at home who might not,
Yeah.
The So one thing I did it with sort of like we envision our characters kind of ordinary schlubs. So what I did for my last ending my I after I did everything on Saturday, I decided I needed to take him down a bit. So
Yeah.
he went so basically his life arc is like he went to college but then got drafted, went into the space navy, and when he finished what he was required to do, he decided to go into what scholar career. But I figured he became a paramedic because there's a medical aspect of it, and a lot of veterans go into like first responder careers. I figured it would work out pretty well. There's like kind of I think if you're cool with me massaging the kind of
yeah,
the
no, no,
imagery
not
of
at
that.
all. There's
Yeah,
there's always
Oh,
room for
forgot
you
to.
know moving things around and twisting things a little
yeah,
bit. It's we're not playing a tournament,
yeah.
so we're all
So
friends here, and if it makes the overall, because we put a lot of work into this, uh,
Yeah,
like 6 months worth of work to set up this universe, this solar system.
yeah.
So it behooves all of us to make sure everything fits
Has
nice
it
and
been
neat
six
into.
months?
Yeah, pretty close to that. Yeah. Uh,
It's been, I think, in the end of the summer. Well, yeah. So he does 2 terms as in that field, and then he went into, and everything kind of worked out well. And then he went into civilian career just before the game starts. He went to civilian career and then finished that, and then the game starts. And so I figured I decided to roll on the mishaps table for him
okay.
ending his scholar career, which I kind of envision as a kind of a rescue squad kind of guy,
Okay.
and an additional one on the end of his civilian career. So the one for the scholar career, so I think it was similar. You said the feds kind of come in and shut you down. So
Hmm.
that was for the scholar career, and I figured maybe there was like something going on, like they were selling Xenos body parts, and he was kind of involved, and they gave him some hush money, and he got like that lab ship quarter share from that, and he probably, maybe he cooperated a little bit, and that's how come they didn't, basically put him in jail. And of course, he loses all his friends, goes into the civilian career, works in corporate, and then I rolled on the corporate mishap, and that was well, actually, did I roll? No, I didn't roll. I'm sorry, I did not roll. I just actually picked from them because I didn't want to pick anything that was going to give me something.
Mhm.
I just picked something that would kind of just take him down. So that took him that one took him two social down. So that brought him down to 4, and then the next one was a basically the business that you went into went out of business. They, due to a galactic recession or something. And that took him down another soch, which actually put him down to a point where he's now like minus, he's minus 2 soch, minus 1 soch.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
so yeah, he had a 6, he lost 3, so he's at minus 1 soch. If he loses one more, he'll be at minus 2.
Oh, but the show is still a positive number.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, he lost. Let's say you gave him a social roll, it's a minus 1.
As
So
in,
let's say you
that's the
say
modifier, not the actual number.
correct. Yeah, the modifier. He didn't go to negative social. That's like brain damage or something.
You're a wanted war criminal.
Yeah.
And Joe, I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you're talking about the numbers, if you've played Traveler before, if you mean like Jump 3, Life Support 3, and Power System 3, yeah, we're not really using the jump drives. The weird thing about this campaign is almost all of the tech levels are way above jump drives, but the jump drives are like that one technology that humankind is just not fully integrated in Traveler fashion. It exists mostly through warp gates, but individual ships that have their own individual jump drives are very rare and usually only in the hands of the government.
And
But
they're system bound, right? So
yeah, and which is weird because I was looking at the tech table from the tech level chart from Traveler, and uh, I forget what we talked about with AI,
I think it was like there. It's like
which
it's
is like
everywhere,
tech level
but
17.
yeah,
So
but it's like robots and like stupid shit, right? Like we have now.
no, no, not really. No.
No. In our world.
Yeah. It's not fully sentient, uh
Yeah,
like HAL 2000 or whatever,
it's like
9000.
personal assistants and shit like that.
Mhm.
Which the like, give it another 5 years, and you'll all have like, uh, Alexa, find me a dentist, and they'll find you one.
Mhm. But everything else is at like tech 12, almost
Yeah,
13.
yeah. Do my
And
taxes, and it'll get done.
and that's that's pretty decent, for tech level.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anything under tech level 12, you can buy for your characters out of whatever book you're using, as long as it's an official traveler book. I just picked up the what do you call it? What is this called? The Central Supply catalog, and between
Okay.
the core
Uh,
book and Central Supply catalog will be the main things I'm using.
yeah, that's in that PDF document as well.
Right. So you guys are
So
you're good to go when it comes to that. Um,
yeah, I'm actually in the process of adding hyperlinks to that to my Google Docs. Uh,
Yeah, I think
that
I
way,
ended up.
go.
I didn't. Yeah, I decided to get like a med kit and things like that. Kind of
mhm.
figure it's going to be that kind of that role, but also just and like a stunner and a couple of things.
Because you don't want to kill people.
I think. Yeah, I have a feeling he's probably had enough of that and kind of rethinking his life.
Would rather avoid any more of that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Because that is something we will explore. Developing the characters, just how bloodthirsty they are. Because these characters aren't really combat veterans. When you shoot somebody, it might be the very first time you've ever shot somebody.
Yeah.
That could very easily be a thing.
My
And
character was like a line crew, so I didn't like go into any combat things or gunner roles.
What is the purpose of High Guard, the book?
I think
it's
it's spaceships.
it's the Interstellar Navy.
Like the military book. So
Hmm.
okay, I'm just trying to
It,
figure
it
out what.
does focus a lot on building your own starships.
Okay, so that information would be in there.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take that and then I will reference that book later.
Is that book in the link?
All of them are.
Okay, because I was looking at it.
You have to go to
There's also an
Traveler,
update.
then the Mongoose. It lists when the versions were added to the. So they were all added in March of
Like 15 or something.
2022.
Oh, okay.
2022.
Okay, because I was looking at High Guard, and then there's a High Guard update, and I know because the original High Guard book was mostly about creating naval characters. Whether it be planetary system or like Imperial Navy, which to me was always like kind of my favorite. Being in the I mean, because that's the closest thing to like Starfleet, or you know that's where the power is.
Okay,
Um,
there are three High Guard books here.
okay, I'll look through them because I got a. Do I have it with me? I got an eBay gift card from one of my family members, a late Christmas present, and I was contemplating whether I should buy another traveler book, buy another uh, like some minis or something, or maybe buy something more practical.
Yeah, so there is High Guard Aslan, High Guard Deployment Shuttle. So I'm assuming
Wait, High Guard. What was the third one?
Deployment Shuttle. I'm assuming that's based on just the dropships of the world.
I don't know. I've never even seen that one in all my searchings around.
Well, it's
Um,
there.
it's funny too because the original High Guard book was one of the little booklets, and it was like 44 pages maybe, and it included everything you could possibly need back in the day, and now of course it's like probably 150 200 page book.
High Guard is 225 pages, including cover
Holy.
and back,
So
and that,
that's like,
that's just the first one, or at least the one without a subtitle.
can you pop that one open and see if it says anything about creating a naval character?
Mm,
Because if it's not there, then they've just uh, relegated it to all being in the uh, core rule book, which is a distinct uh, watering down of what was possible.
they had
Praying for
um,
finish.
they had creating a Navy guy in the core rulebook.
Yes.
I don't see anything in sort of the table of contents.
Okay, that sucks. The reason why, back in the old
Ship
days,
is
um, mercenary characters, which were Army and Marines, and then Navy, High Guard, those characters, when you did your
Hmm.
terms of service, yes, it was a 4 year term, but it was broken down into 4 1 year assignments. And each of those
Okay.
assignments offered a chance at a promotion, a commission, and skills depending on what your specific assignment was. And the very specific assignment, there were, considerable number of them depending on which branch of whatever service you were in and with what your military occupational skill was, your MLS, and you could get
Hmm.
a lot more, a lot more detail. And it was actually, when they called making a character a mini game, it was even more so because each year you had a survival role. Each year you might be doing anything from garrison duty to counterinsurgency, and that makes for a much more detailed background of your characters. Like, well, I did this and I did this and I did all these other things, and each year you got a chance to get a skill to reflect what you had done. So like if you picked up the stealth skill, well, you knew damn well that you spent most of that year being sneaky, or if you got
Hmm.
a heavy weapon skill or something like that. So you could really start to develop that even more than just 4 years. You got a thing, you had an event, and let's go on to the next 4 year increment. So you can see how it was a lot more fun and detail oriented, as well as just giving you just a crap ton to feel your way into the character, and it felt more like you know solo role playing, if you will. I mean, if you were honest with your survival roles and you did all the things, and you walk out of 20 years in the Marines, you were a badass. You had all kinds of freaking skills under your belt, and mind you, you still had the limit of you could only have as many skills as your intelligence and education combined. So max of 30 skills, but if you were allowed to pick 30 points in skills, you could see how amazing a character you might have, in this system. And side note, Justin, I already started working on what we talked about for the cop game. Uh,
Sweet, sweet.
I did just a couple of beginnings of charts because I wanted your opinion on some ideas and things. It's not even a full page, but you can get the gist of what I'm shooting for. I think you'll like it because the life path system that they've created here in Traveler is really simple, but it really does a lot without having to tell you and hold your hand through it. You can easily figure it out if you've got a couple of functioning brain cells. You can just go, oh, okay, I totally know who my character is now.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch this over to infinite pages though.
Into what?
Infinite page. That way,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that way we can see it all.
And
Sorry, it's just don't have to worry about formatting until we're at that point.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So back to the Vega Court. I figure each shop is probably not more than a 5 grand expenditure. I mean, if you were to buy it now, I'm kind of handing them to you. You either got your shop, or you know you don't, or you work for a shop because it might be bigger than you know if it's like it's part of a chain. You don't own the franchise. You're working there and whatever.
Mhm.
Uh, like with Raven, her character was so broke that there's no way she owns the veterinary hospital. She works there, but
She's a debt slavery.
Well, she's she's going to show up first, but she's
Well, it's why she's in debt slavery. She never shows up.
sorry, Raven. You're
Well, that's what you should do to those of us that miss any sessions. Is just like add debt to them.
make something terrible happen. Oh
No,
yeah,
just like actual financial debt
yeah. Before you went
in
into the
game.
service, you left your lights on, so now you owe like 8 trillion credits to Pacific Northwest.
And they didn't cut the bill off after a month. They just kept charging you.
Well, there was that joke in Red Dwarf where Lister, before he got frozen in time, left the lights on, and but he also
Yeah,
left some money in his bank account, and with the accrued interest, he now owns 3/4 of the galaxy. But he also left his light on,
yeah. So
so
just
it
went.
caused an actual intergalactic war. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
It's funnier than I told it, but yeah, you go
yeah,
back and
yeah.
watch
I
every
think
episode.
I remember that segment, but
Yeah, watch every episode of Red Dwarf because it was literally the funniest thing in the way of science fiction ever. Don't hit me with that Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy because that was not as funny.
but
Just
thank
saying.
you for all the fish.
You can keep the fish.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan. So
yeah.
for you guys, what kind of business is it, or are you just visiting that street because you're making a purchase or something like that? Because I know for a fact that's what crafting. That's why crafting will be there. He's not actually. He doesn't own a business there.
Um, I don't really care one way or the other if I'm picking up stuff or
You could even be,
or
applying for a job
I'm
at the
buying some
local.
Soylent steaks from the Soylent King. Uh, Now I've got to ask you that sounds like a restaurant name. What's your character's name,
Oh,
George?
I am not sure. I just call him the fry jockey for now.
Okay. Well, you can always go over to GPT and say, "Give me 50 names for a character that works in a science fiction fast food joint."
Yeah, I was trying to think of maybe give him an ethnicity, but like make
Pick
him
one.
Russian or something.
Mm,
Like what?
Make
make
him
'em-
Russian or something,
Oh, okay, okay.
or
That
some
would be
new
funny.
space. I'm trying to come up with a
I'm
character.
wondering how popular the name Putin has been in
Yeah,
the last few years. So
his name is Putin Vladimir. His name is
okay.
Zelensky. So, yeah, call him Zelensky.
Oh.
Just the way everything's written, they'll like find in archaeology, like as if like he was the greatest man ever.
Uh, oh god. What are we doing here? Okay, so yeah, I could be buying lunch or whatever.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'll be
That puts me in the same location as this motherfucker.
Okay.
yeah, I'll be working there. I'll just be not owning, just working,
Yeah.
trying not to have to dip into his savings.
Yeah. Well,
This is like this is.
I assume your job is like from the way you described it is you're just sitting in a chair waiting for something to fuck up, reading like
Yeah,
trashy novels on your e-pad or whatever.
pretty much. And of course, there's always
You still got 97 installment payments on the thing, even though you own half a lab ship or whatever.
yeah. I'm thinking like he just haven't he's not very liquid right now, and he's like he doesn't want to have to like he just lost his job, and then he's like
Well, it would be really funny if like if this guy works in like you get evicted from your apartment and you're cleaning it out, and then like the note saying you own that falls at the bottom of a box and you just like never knew.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
It's part of your inheritance or something. Uh,
My great uncle Stevovich died, and he left me this
the
box.
last name is Gajovich.
Yeah, Stevovich Gajovich, the seventh.
And that's a Venture Brothers reference when Dean, no, when Hank uh, wore the Van Dyke beard, and he was pretending to be like the evil Hank, Russian Gajovich.
uh,
Oh, there you go. Desert Shadow.
Yeah, mechanic and tech looking for a job. Well, you got to at least have, uh, a tangible reason for being here. And I'm assuming at least one of you has like an apartment or a flat or something on the street as well, because
he works at Soylent Burger, and I'm fat.
so you're there all
And
day.
You're there going, I will pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. That was
Well, my robot will pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. I
was
saw
thinking-
that skit. I know what happens next.
I'm thinking Popeye theme. I was like, maybe I should make
Yeah.
a Popeye.
Well,
Skibbity
we actually have a burger chain called Wimpy's.
Yeah, we
it
used
is
to have it out
lit-
here too.
It's literally themed after that motherfucker.
Oh my god!
And I swear their burgers are made out of pigeon. And they are like this shape. They aren't round and they are big, but they're like oval.
Really,
Yeah, I like
it's funny. I'd gone like most of my life from like the age of 12 or 13 to not hearing about Popeye to within the last 3 months hearing Popeye like in every other stream.
Well, 2 months, but it's because he's public domain now.
That could be it.
But only pre-spinach Popeye.
Really, I didn't know there was such a thing.
He had a weasel originally.
What?
A weasel,
Like the Beastmaster.
like the Beastmaster,
And
which we will be reviewing on Thursday.
thank you for reminding me. I got to get to that.
And
It's,
you're
it's,
going to want to because it's like 15 hours long.
crap! And here I was enjoying my week of not writing off. And I read,
Just listen to 3-hour installments every day.
and I did a little reading, but only in the new Traveler book, not any of the things I was supposed to be reading, which doesn't have figure.
Yeah. You can do both at the same time.
No,
Listen to the audiobook and read. I do it
no,
all the time.
I've tried that. I could probably do that, but I definitely can't write and listen at the same time. That just
Pop the thing on 2 times speed. The woman has a fairly, I think it's 1, whatever, has a fairly laid back voice. So,
okay.
no, it's a dude. Listen to it earlier.
Well, I will start on it Monday. There's no way I'm going to get through it this weekend because I've got
That's
church.
more than 5 hours, 3 hours a day. Then
Yeah, that's okay because it beats what I've been listening to.
which is
Just news and bullshit. I did watch a couple of Joe the Lawyer's videos. He does some really good stuff, and a few other YouTubers that are game related content. I popped in on Bears game for like the last 5 minutes, but not Mr. Max Liao's in it, and the old Geek and a few other people that I'm friends with. So, of course, GM Cody. So I popped in like just as they're wrapping up. I'm like, "Well, I tried."
Codex Albana one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're really really into it, and I hope you guys can be like half that into your characters and stuff. when we play, uh, just
Yeah.
because there isn't, you know,
I'm already into my character. Do you not see me eating chips right now?
right. I broke down. I had some pozole tonight. It wasn't bad, but it was mostly bones and corn. So it's backwards to me. So sour cream and onion. Why does it look like the bag looks like it's like part of an ancient document? You know, like a wanted poster. Like it's got this sort of like the type, the font that's used on it.
It's no name brand,
Okay,
which is like the Sobeys grocery store house brand,
okay, yeah, because
and
it's got a very
they put the intentional design of minimalism, so the bag is just yellow.
that's how it used to be. The original uh, generic products when they first came out, it was yellow and black, and
Yellow
they,
and black. They put green for the
onion.
actual like sour cream and onion thing, and there's like a little like speckle starburst, but you don't need to hire a graphic designer anymore. The intern can go down to the Canva and design the bag just by
Yep.
popping that thing in there. So
And it was pretty funny because back in the day when that first happened, I would I've been doing the grocery shopping for my family since I could walk, and we'd be in this store called Gemco, and the everything in the cart was yellow and black. I mean everything, everything. As soon as that happened, my parents were like, "Just get if it's yellow and black, you know." And it turns out that a lot of the generics for
or
like
healthier.
well, not only healthier, but they taste better. Like so many products we get. I went into a couple of stores we've got one called Stater Brothers and another one called Food for Less that are supposed to be. Stater Brothers is not really like the cheaper store, but it's cheaper than the expensive store, so it's like in the middle. And both stores, the cheap store and Stater Brothers, do not have generics. No generic products whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, I can never shop here.
Yeah. But this is like literally their house brand, and it's.
That's funny. That's funny, Joe. Because my character thinks that restaurant serves as a running theory is that the fries might double as emergency insulation material for ship repairs. Purely scientific, of course. Packing peanuts, anyone? Just add some. What is that? What is that? That oh my god! That hot sauce uh, that we get. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure though it would dissolve the styrofoam packing peanuts.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what kind. It's got a
Yeah.
rooster on it.
No, it's got a guy with a sombrero.
Never trust that. It's probably got donkey piss in it.
I don't really do spicy foods, so I'm pretty safe for the most part. There's a few things I can eat, but
We know that.
you want to come and say hi instead of just be the disembodied voice.
Not particularly, no.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I mean, there's already enough pictures of us together. Any image that has you and him is a tragedy. You do not want to. You do not want to have that. You're lucky that you've never been in the same room as him.
Yeah, you probably smell the Giardia.
Worse,
What's a
way
Giardia?
worse.
Google it.
No, no.
You smell of goatsy.
Yeah, why do you
Yeah,
think I
pretty much.
don't stay? Why do you think I'm not in the shows anymore? Why do you think I always leave quickly when I enter this room? It's because of that. Whenever I am in the shows, I'm in my own room.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I will. I will keep speaking the truth.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
you
you
didn't know what the doors closed.
because you're a
Don't even-
teenager. We all know what teenagers do. Probably. Um,
I remember being a teenager. I watched Barbed Wire
say no more.
7 times.
Oh, that reminds me of
And I'm
that.
not talking about the times I watched the movie.
Brock Sampson's got a record of I think 12 in one day. So
No, in a 2-hour period.
that's fucking wrong. Oh, that's so wrong. So how many credits do each of your characters have?
I think
Yeah, I think
I
it's
have.
Tapatio.
I'm
Joe,
at negative 10 credits.
you're at negative 10. How's that?
A dagger costs 10 credits, and I just bought all my credits. I'm like, I should at least have a kitchen knife or something.
Oh, okay. So you're in debt for 10 credits, huh?
I'll lend you 10 credits.
All right.
Well, I'll give it to you because I don't expect you to ever be able to pay me back. So that is
So
4,
you didn't
9,
walk away with all that much, did you,
9,
George?
0.
No. I bought a lot of stuff. I bought a med kit, the most advanced one that you let us.
Uh-huh. Well, I noticed you also bought a vac suit too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might have been uh, an unnecessary purchase.
No, it's all right. Well, he'll have bought it in his lifetime.
Oh,
He
wait.
would have
Wait, it's a
vaccine will
knife.
travel.
It's a kitchen knife, right? Oh, wait, no, the kitchen's all automated, so it doesn't have knives. It's all like parts
No,
of the puppet.
it's a shiv. It's a dagger of some sort.
Yeah,
Device.
the best. No, he for
Since
10
we're
bucks.
talking
he'd
about
get-
since we're talking about daggers, I got to show off the one I just got in the
yeah,
mail
for
today.
10 bucks, he would get one like that in the travel.
Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Do you really think so?
Yeah, just a fancy blade.
Looks like a
You see that? You see that tip?
Yeah, it looks like something that will break.
It's just asking for
It's a mortal,
a felony conviction. Just saying.
Yes,
Hey, what's up?
yes, it is.
it's a mortal blade.
Well, one, it's double edged, so that's a no in a lot of places, especially if it's concealed. But it was like $7. You know, I'm like, yeah.
So look, what the fuck did you buy with the $3, George? I want it back.
Can
But
we get it?
I found this knife company that
Give you a free burger for it.
With inflation prices, that's probably $15 burger right there. No fries, no soft drink,
You're not
just a
gonna-
patty.
we've got that
That's
here
the
as well.
junior cheese. No
Make
cheese.
up your mind.
Soylent Burger Xenos. It's made of ground up Xenos.
Oh, I had-
Not
I had
always
it.
Xenos.
I have a famous druid NPC I throw in games whose name was Floyd Xenos.
There's a big sign on the front of the building that says some products may contain human.
Well, thanks, Dean. That's awful nice of you to drop by.
Yeah.
I don't know where everybody else is. I'm assuming in their games. I could go berate them for not being here, but
Yeah, whatever. We'll just take care of our shit talking and buying stuff. So
Yeah.
after giving George 10 credits, that puts me at 149,990.
okay. So you're rolling in dough.
Yeah, and because one of my events gave me a free gun, I've got a Gauss pistol.
Do you have the skill to use it?
I've got shoot or whatever.
Gun Combat 1?
Whatever.
Okay,
It was
then you know
part
how to
of
use
the
it.
thing that gave it to me.
And part of the knowledge of Gun Combat 1 is also how to maintain and do.
I'm at gun combat +0 actually.
Oh, you don't actually have one?
I don't know. Maybe I should, but
Well, if you didn't get it, you didn't get it. But that's one of the things that's in the list of the skill package that I wrote up Because in Mongoose, that's one of the neat things they did is there's like 8 skill packages that the party gets to pick out of. It's like 8 skills, but I added 2 more because there's 5 characters, and I didn't want somebody to get left out. But it
Yeah.
occurred to me that I should let Raven or whoever has fewer skills than her pick first, so that she can pick a skill that will make her, you know, more
Feel more
useful,
confident.
a little more competent. Because I think honestly, I think one of the only skills she has is Persuade one,
Persuade
Oh.
one. Well,
which means she has to like rely on her psychic abilities for fucking everything, like goddamn everything.
that's why I told her to save her credits up and buy that psychic combat armor.
That what?
The psychic combat armor.
Oh yeah, yeah. Good luck with that. I saw that.
Yeah.
Well, I saw several different psychic armors, and that's crazy, including the teleportation suit. Oh my god!
Mm.
If she would have stayed in like 2 more terms, she could have been such a freaking like you guys know who Psylocke is from the X-Men.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
could have been
Oh,
like that, or
well, you can let her stay in for another term or whatever.
she didn't want to. She wanted to be 26. That's fine. Um, I get that, with having
Does
played
Psylocke have
Traveler enough,
money?
I know what it's like to have to start making those rolls on your stats. And now that I'm over 50 and doing it on a daily basis, waking up, oh shit, I got to make a check um, to see if I lost a strength, endurance, or dex point, and it's usually yes. Um, I can see the allure of not being anywhere near those age categories, but I've also run a bunch of characters that are like 34 was like my minimum for the longest time. It's like 34 years old. I think that's 4 terms, and
Yeah, I'm 34. That's
you walk out
okay.
with a fair number of skills under your belt, still able to learn more, still able to fit a few more skills in the cranium, and still feel like you're vibrant enough to run and jump and punch and do all the things that you want your character to do, should they need to, or maybe it's just the right thing to do. But
Mhm.
on the skill package that you guys will be picking from has Pilot 1, Deception 1, Electronics 1, Gunner 1, Gun Combat 1, Persuade 1, Stealth 1, Medic 1, Astrogation 1, and I think Engineering 1. So it's got a little bit of everything you need to run a ship, to make sure that you guys, should it happen. Not saying it's gonna, because you guys could literally run the whole game and do everything without ever needing a ship of your own, which is
hmm
fine, because that actually does alleviate a lot of things, because you can easily make.
But but okay, we can easily make all the stuff we need to, like you're about to say. But the reason why I want my own ship is because we can outfit it for smuggling without having to worry about someone else.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I totally get that. What I was going to say, actually, smartass, is that you could make an entire adventuring party that is entirely reliant on someone else doing the hard heavy lifting of getting you from place to place, but you're the
mhm.
specialists, and you're just chock full of skills like
I'm already
stealth.
doing that on Sundays, man.
We're like the 18.
Yeah.
uh, or you could there's actually, like I said, there's 8 different packages. If like say it's going to be an investigative game, in which case it
hmm
gives you a bunch of skills so that everybody can lend a hand when it comes to that. There is a criminal package if all you are going to be up to no good. You know, you aim to misbehave, then there's the package for that. And I picked I forget which one. There's the Explorer package. It might be that one, so that everybody can do something to contribute, because there is the medic, there is the persuade and the deception. Even though Raven can just be your face of the party, she does all that, and you know whenever you have to talk to people, she just freaking gives them the freaking mental whammy, and they just like, yes, ma'am.
I
Um,
have
mm
I have 2 in medic already, so and a medic
or
kit.
the other thing was, I was going to ask that everybody try not to pick a skill that this will just turn into a 2. You know what I mean? Pick something that you don't have, as opposed to going, oh, I'm taking pilot because now I'll have pilot 2. Well, that defeats the purpose of having a really well-rounded group if you have to rely on Joe Schmo, the pilot, or you guys are screwed, which means that I can't kill him, you know?
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, you could kill him, and then we're as the party are like fucked,
yeah.
right? Like
Right. I want to give you guys a fighting
we
chance.
need to hire some. We need
And
to go
folks,
down to
I'm totally
spaceport.
kidding. Uh,
No,
uh,
I'm okay with.
I have pilot at 0,
okay. Uh,
and I
and I was
have
kidding. I don't plan on killing anybody. It's just that the game is
I plan on you killing everybody,
okay. That is a
or
safe.
I'm going to come down there with my whip of make you my bitch, and then you will do whatever I say.
Yeah,
And
that's never going to happen. Getting you onto an
I,
airplane all the way out to California, I just don't see it happening, man.
I have no
It's
doubt
more
that I'm on
likely
a
that
no-fly list.
It's more likely that I'll be in your neck of the woods for ClareCon than you coming down to California.
Yeah,
And if
remember my policy. You're not staying at my place.
I wouldn't dream of it. But if I do go to ClareCon, you better show up, bro. If I'm gonna make the trouble to go all the way to a foreign country, you better show up.
Well, if I have my way, our border will be closed to you motherfuckers soon. So,
am I on?
Yeah, good luck with that.
my name is Justin.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna pass. I think he's taller than you.
No.
You'd probably do a better job, though. I'll give you that. But you know, a house plant would do a better job.
I was just about to pick up my toothpick and say this would do a better job.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, just when it comes your turn to pick a skill, try to pick something you
yeah.
don't have but makes sense.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now the skills are what we like. We have the things that we got off the lists. Just the +0 means I'm not super competent or like.
right. If you, which
So
is
I know
really
how to do it.
right,
I
which
know
is
how to
really
do it,
deceptive
but
because the sheet that the character sheet that George has, it's they all say 0. It's like no, that ain't how that works.
I know the default one. It's only the things that you're supposed to cross out the stuff you don't have or whatever, right?
Everything
I
else
hate
is
that.
-3,
Everything else is -3.
Yep.
Yeah,
unless
you're
you have
supposed
jack
to-
of all trades.
And mind you, that's only. I'm never going to make you roll on anything that's less than the 8 plus because it literally says some form of the word easy. If it is, then why are you rolling? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Right off the bat, you know, because some of them are like one of them is like a 3
Well, there
plus.
might be like a fluke accident or something going wrong, right?
Right. In which case, it's no longer easy. You know, if there's
Well,
any
no.
modifiers,
If it's a
Yeah.
fluke, it's out of your control, right? Like, okay, it would be easy if uh the circuit didn't burn out by accident or something. Like,
but by adding those descriptors, that changes it
yeah.
to a negative modifier to what was an easy, which could bump it up to a 5 or an 8 or even
Yeah.
more depending on the
Well, like
exact.
I think it's supposed to be stuff outside of your control. Right? Like it's easy for you if everything's inside your control, but if it's not, shit goes wrong sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's like a moderate difficulty, which it's an 8 or better or something like
I
that.
don't think you're hearing what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, I am.
it's like I'm super competent in this, but reality is still a thing.
Right. Well, the reality you're talking about, there are actually codified examples that give specific negatives. Like if it's rating, let's say that's like say that's a -2,
No, but I'm just saying like generic.
Or you're rushing it.
Yeah.
and if one of those conditions applies to the situation, then I apply it to the thing, and then we come up with the total number required minus your stat bonus, minus your skill level, and maybe on a super rare occasion there is something else. Like if you had a piece of equipment that was specifically designed for the task, there might be a bonus from that, which I think kind of should apply because there's a big difference between trying to hammer a nail with your fist and trying to hammer a nail with a hammer or a rock.
You can do it with a rock. I'd like to see you try and do it with your fist.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's impossible.
No, I want you to go get a nail, put it partially into a piece of wood, and hammer it with your fist really hard right now.
Yeah, no, I don't
Or
think
better
that.
yet, your open palm hand.
My what?
Open palmed hand.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just what I want to do: crucify myself on camera. It's funny. I was
YouTube, that it was not promoting bodily harm.
no, we were just joking, folks. Uh, Joe, if you want to send it to me, fine. But uh, we're not really auditioning for new cast members yet. But I'll always take a look at a character sheet. If you've played Traveler before, then you'll enjoy the hell out of the show. Um, uh, what was I going to say? Oh, equipment. Back to equipment. Sorry. Um, were there any questionable items that you were looking for there, Justin?
I was just skimming through the thing. I hadn't actually.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
You said you weren't going to make us buy like our jumpsuits and things like that. So.
yeah, your most minimal. You don't have to pay for your toothbrush or your razor, your deodorant, your clothes, uh, stuff like that. Within reason. Because it's the future. I can't picture too many people other than the well-to-do owning more than 4 or 5 outfits. You're just like, what's the point? Um, you've got your jumpsuit, you've got your maybe your sleeping attire, you've got your casual wear, and you've got your heavy work or environment clothing. After that, as soon as you take it off, you put it in the thing. 5 minutes later, it's clean. You know,
Think it takes that long?
if that right, and folded and pressed. You may have a couple of.
Well, this is me we're talking about. I wear the same. This is Nettie. Nettie wears the same fucking jumpsuit for a month straight before he puts it in the pressure. And he
Right.
sleeps in that motherfucking thing too.
Perfect example. Throughout the 3 Star Wars movies, the only 3 that exist, Han Solo only wore like 3 outfits, and he was on what 3 or 4 different planets.
Yeah, but that is a TV show or movie.
Right, but you could see how, um, uh, or even Firefly. They seem to wear some of the same stuff. They didn't have a lot of need to dress up fancy. Clearly, they had a little bit for that, but if you're hopping spaceship to spaceship, planet to planet, 2 duffel bags or 2 suitcases is like all you should need, unless you know you're upwardly mobile and have lots of more money, and maybe even a room or a starship or something like that, in which case you've got more important things to worry about. Not to mention, at some point, I don't know where it would be, but I was thinking about that with 3D printers, right?
Mm-hmm.
At what point are they going to be making 3D printers for clothes?
Yeah. Well, who knows? Like an
Well,
auto loom would probably be a thing.
there's knitting machines already.
And with the way between 3D printers, CNC machines, and things like that, we're actually like getting pretty close to almost having the replicator. I mean, it might be 100 years off, but it's not like 500 or 600 like Star Trek.
Well, that's a totally different, and Star Trek's only like 300 years in the future, bro.
Oh, it is. I thought it was like five
Yeah.
or six.
No, it's 2370 was
Oh,
the
really?
next generation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty much the current era, uh, the most modern era, correct?
Mm,
Or
Voyager.
is it Picard, where it's
Picard.
decades?
Picard, yeah. We don't count that.
Right, because Deep Space and Voyager, I think, were all in that immediate
Yeah, like 20-year gap.
tops, right?
Yeah.
just because the age of the actors from Next Generation and Deep Space, because whenever they would show up elsewhere, you could tell they'd aged a bit.
Not much though. They had
Well,
to like give aging makeup to.
Marina Sirtis, the wall defeats them all. Just saying.
Mhm. She didn't show up in the others. Oh well, she did at the end of Enterprise, but that's like 30
She was
years
in
later.
Enterprise.
Last episode,
Really?
you know.
What the hell was she doing there? She was like,
Um, they they really like they did a Sopranos ending for Enterprise,
yeah, I remember when they
right? Like
killed
it was
off Trip.
the last yeah, but it was a like the whole thing was like a holodeck, like a holodeck thing, and
They pulled a Dallas. I don't remember that.
yeah, it's like the last scene is like Riker shutting the thing down. It
Oh,
turns out
that's
he's like the
gay.
cook watching the
Oh
whole
my god!
thing, and then she walks in.
Enterprise was my second favorite Star Trek
Yeah,
series, and I don't remember them pulling that. But I
yeah.
was, to be
You
honest, I was
can
so pissed off they killed off Trip. Uh, and I know
Spoilers.
why. It wasn't. It was because he was going to come back in the next season as back from the dead because he had faked his death or something.
no, that was the last episode that they killed him off.
Yeah, but they did the way they did it. They said that the next season that they were trying to get, he was going to have faked his own death, and
They
uh,
had already canceled it midway through that season.
really,
That's why there were so many 2-3 parters because they were stretching the budget.
I thought it was. Where did I hear that? How
Some
Trip?
fan theory, probably.
No, because I don't watch those kind of shows.
Spider bombs.
Yeah, there was this big thing where Trip was going to be like undercover, and had faked his own death and stuff. 'Cause he was, one of the coolest characters in the show. You know,
Yeah.
which is weird. The original series, it was Kirk, coolest character, hands down. Next gen, Riker, not the captain, and then Enterprise, not the captain again.
Yeah. It was to Paul.
She was interesting. I'll give you that.
I want a show with 7 and 9 to Paul and me.
Yeah, I think at this point,
Back then, though,
right. I was gonna
20
say,
years ago.
yeah.
20
Because even
years
you
ago.
in your 18s would still be more than a match for them, and you now and them even more now, not so much. Just saying. Yeah, I don't think you'd want to be part of that now. It'd just be like
Maybe 10 years ago, maybe.
fair. Uh,
Mm. Um, yeah, there's equipment. Like, I think being like where we are in situation, it'd be kind of odd for me to have much more, but I could pick stuff up on the way.
uh-huh.
Um,
Well, I also look at it though, with just from the going by the image that you drew of your character, uh, which was
yeah,
very well, by the way. Um, Almost anything that's not in the way of uh, heavy weapons.
well, one of my pouches has hidden in it Gauss pistol because one of my careers gave me that. That was an event I got.
No,
I
no,
didn't
no, what
buy
I mean
that.
is like heavy machine guns, heavy
Yeah,
ordnance, that sort of thing. But I could
yeah.
see you having a little bit of plastic explosive or a couple of grenades left over, things like that. But
From when I was a thief.
right. But when it comes to uh, the heavier stuff, even in the way of armor, I could see you having something, relatively lightweight. For
I was really tempted to buy powered plate because I have enough to do it, but I don't think that would be inside the realm of not being cheese.
what kind of
Uh,
plate?
Powered.
Oh, yeah, because I mean they're gonna have to charge you double for the vac suit as it is.
No, it's part of the service cost. It says fitted. Uh,
Yeah, but two other people's vac suits are going to be sorely lacking in material because they had to take it for yours.
yeah, it's not my fault. They said it came with the cost of the thing. Uh, I can if someone would give me back my 10 credits, I can afford 6 suitcase nukes. Nukes,
Six what?
suitcase nukes, or packet nukes.
Oh
Nukes.
yeah, no, I don't think you would have one of those. And if you did, uh, they'd be tracking your ass.
Oh no no! I'm off by a zero. I need another 100K. Sorry, I miscounted the zeros. Uh,
Yeah, how much? The vac suit was 11,000. Is that what you paid there, George?
I don't remember offhand. They're like, yeah, I think it's a tech level vac suit, a tech level 10 vac suit. So that's
what page is it on? Do you know?
In the main book, it's on page 98, or you can go to the chart at 94. Da, da, da. Tech level 8 is 12,000. Tech level 10 is 11,000. Tech level 12 is 20 grand.
Okay, so you said page what again?
Just go to page 94, which is weird too because uh,
94.
there's a bonus there in the credit cost. If you buy the tech level 8 vac suit, you actually have to have the skill to use it.
yeah.
If you pick a
Yeah.
tech level 10 or higher, it says vac suit 0, which means it's like, built intuitively. So you just put it on and, you
Okay,
know,
so I don't have the skill for that.
Some of the combat suits have like vac suit requirements, skill requirements.
yeah, like vac
Yeah.
suit 2 or vac suit 1.
Yeah,
Even
I was looking at the powered
Battlegrass.
armor that I have to go back to it, but it was 0 plus 0 if I got the more expensive version,
Hmm.
which was 80,000, I think.
Yeah, you probably, like I was
But that
saying,
was vac suit, vac suit, like it counted as a vac suit,
Mhm.
and it was armor. So, uh, yeah, it says vac suit plus 0 or 0 if I get the 85,000 one. But if I get the 50,000 one, it's plus 1. So vac suit 1.
Well, right off the bat, again, no spoilers, but um,
But I
whenever,
need I need some other. Oh no, those are what it gives me.
as soon as you get like on board a ship, well, it doesn't have to be on a ship, but it's somehow made easier because, like, say you're doing a jump or interstellar travel,
Hmm.
it's usually like a week of jump travel. They're assuming you're training, and they made a mechanic so that while you're, you know, farting around on the ship, in your spare time, you can train and you basically you pick a skill or whatever to train and learn or increase. And then at the end of the week, you make a roll, which is pretty hard to see if your skill goes up,
Yeah.
and or you learn the skill. And if you uh, get into a certain situation, you can guarantee your mandatory skill that you'll be being taught will be fucking vac suit. If you're on a ship and you don't have it, guess what you're doing? Getting in and
Learning vac suit.
getting in and out of that vac suit under someone's supervision to make sure you get it right. Because if you don't, you are shit out of luck. The
Yeah.
first, the first mishap. Well, didn't need to send you out the airlock because one just opened up on that bulkhead. Guess where you're? Guess what you're doing?
Yeah, there would be like a course you could take, like on a cruise. There's like the scuba course or whatever, right?
Just like when you get on an airplane and they tell you how to use the oxygen mask, If you don't know
Yeah,
how to use the oxygen mask by the time you leave that plane, uh,
you're an idiot.
right, right.
Or you dozed off quickly because they only do that at the beginning.
Right, but if you're a frequent
Hey,
flyer,
I worked at an aeronautics museum, motherfucker. I know this shit.
do you guys
Oh.
remember that scene from Fight Club
Which one?
Yeah.
where
The one
where
they're
the
all happy.
well no where he replaces the brochures on how to put the mask on with
With
ones that
t- have terrified people instead of calm ones.
not only that but it shows a mom pushing her kid to put the mask on herself.
Yeah.
It's just like fuck, that is the darkest twisted.
Sorry, wearing a mask.
It was just
Uh,
it's one of my favorite movies of all time
you
because how
do
dark.
know, you do know that like everything in that movie is inside of his head, right?
Right.
Like his real name is Tyler Durden, and like it's all in his head. Because if you look when he's and this is like in the book too, but when he gets the plane tickets from his work, they're all made out to Tyler Durden.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And Brian just popped in.
Brian.
Always thought that fast forward storytelling was lame. You should have those small adventures and interactions with those on the ship. Better way for that shit is to just have the character sleep for the rest of the trip. Yeah, well, that is a thing.
Fall
I
asleep.
will look for it. It's called Club Dumas, right?
Club Dumas.
Club Dumas.
Fight Club.
Fight Club. I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Otherwise, why would I remember that? Um,
I will
in
look it
in
up though.
Traveler, there are what do they call them? Cryogenic freezing tubes for low passengers.
Fight Club.
Instead of actually getting a stateroom, they just freeze your ass. So if you need to get from one star to another, instead of paying the 5,000 credits for a mid passage and you get a room, or 10,000 for high passage and you get the deluxe treatment for a measly 2 grand, they'll freeze you and you'll probably survive the trip.
With like a medic, I think you can. It's like a medic role or something.
Mhm. Yeah, but that's somebody else has to make the roll for you.
Yeah.
Uh, if the medic's uh, qualified, he'll bring you around no problem. But if something happens to the ship and you wake up in a freaking cryo tube, you're shit out of luck.
We'll put Justin in a cryo tube. I'll just sit there with like a newspaper or a book to
He
read.
won't fit in a cryo tube.
Yeah, that's true, man. They haven't made a crowd tube special enough for me yet.
That would be so funny. He pays for the cryo tube passage, gets on the ship, and it's like, hey, I guess I get upgraded, don't I? Probably pulls that scam everywhere he goes.
Yeah. No, the book is called Fight Club.
Really? Then what's Club Dumas?
I have no idea.
Well, you're the Google Food Master. What's Club Dumas?
I will look it up in a minute. Maybe it was the club in the book. Oh.
I've seen the book. I almost bought it because I thought it was Fight Club.
Did it say Chuck Palahniuk on it?
I
Maybe it's a
don't
sequel.
remember. I don't remember.
Was there a sequel?
I don't know.
Uh,
Because they may have just changed the title of the name to sell more copies.
no, that doesn't sound like it's in English. Dumas?
Yeah, because I thought the original story was French.
No,
What the fuck am I
no.
thinking?
Chuck Palahniuk is an American author.
What the hell am I thinking?
I have no idea, but I'm not looking it up now because we've already figured out that it's not that thing, and I'm feeling kind of lazy.
Okay, well, I'll look it up.
He is French Ukrainian ancestry, but he was born in the U.S. And he
Arturo
is
Perez.
Arturo Perez.
Set in a world of antiquarian booksellers. Oh, maybe I'm thinking the Ninth Gate.
Yes, that's the Ninth Gate. The Ninth Gate.
Yeah, Lucas Corso is hired to authenticate a rare manuscript by Alexander Dumas. Corso's investigation leads him to copies of a rare book known as the Umbrarium. I can't even. No, I'm not even doing that.
Yeah,
Okay, all right, that's
yeah.
why.
We talked about that before.
Did we?
Yeah, remember when I watched the Ninth Gate?
Oh,
Again, it's on Tubi if you want to watch it.
oh, I've seen the Ninth Gate more times than
There's an audience, you motherfucker. There's an audience.
of what 3?
You don't know, like, and people in
Yeah,
the
I know.
future, like.
That's true. I know.
I
Sorry,
think
guys.
Fight Club's also on freaking Tubi. I don't know. You'd have to check. I'm not too sure.
Cool. And Brian says you can pump really lame sissy music in your enemy's tubes as he sleeps. And then he says the story was a short story first, then he put it all in a novel form in the 90s. I think it was called Happiness or something like that. Hey, Brian, you want to come in? You know where the link is, man. We were normally expecting Omen and Raven to be here as well as Crafty Gamer to do the character stuff. You want to come in and talk movies? You're always welcome, bro.
I don't know. We can do that. Uh, I can pop this stupid uh, shopping list book up on the screen.
The what is it called?
Not core rules.
The Central Supply Catalog.
Yeah, that. Oh, I can pop it up there if
Oh,
you
okay,
want.
Doc. You are welcome to come in as
Oh,
well. What's
Doc.
happening?
What's
Well,
up,
were
dude?
you going to join us in this Traveler game? Because you did help us with the stuff.
I'm like way overloaded right now.
That's kind of what I figured, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like that these days.
So you did decide to do it in Traveler?
Yeah.
It was up in the air last week. Got to speak about it.
Mongoose second edition.
I don't know what that means, Brian. You fucking weirdo. 3 is all you need. 2 in the P and 1 in the S.
Think.
I have no idea what that is, but it sounds filthy.
It does, doesn't it? Exceedingly so. But you're still welcome to join us, Brian, as always.
But Brian, you got to remember this is Shadow we're talking. It's a fist in the stink and a hand on the shaft.
No, it's not. How
I
about the head in
can't do it.
Dreamland's going to try to make some money tomorrow? No worries, Brian. Got to
Okay.
get some Z's. Well, enjoy. Give Mel a hug for us. And
Yes.
hopefully we'll see you around real soon.
And
Still
remember,
miss you on Sundays, man.
whatever you do, don't keep it as weird as this motherfucker up here because nobody needs that.
I seriously doubt I can compete with Brian's level of weirdness. Just saying.
Nobody can compete with your level of degeneracy.
That's different.
What
That's
I'm
not
saying.
weirdness. That's degeneracy. Totally. Yeah, we kind of figured that
Yeah.
out.
And we also figured out that for Shadow, it's a fist in the stink and a hand on the shaft, not the pink. Sticking with that, we know it's true. It's his film fucking series. He's got at least 6 or 7 of them out.
It's
It's
so
hardest
fucking
because
foul.
every time he has an actor in this fucking thing, he needs a month in ER for reconstructive surgery.
I'm a delight. Yes, you are, Brian.
Yes, you are.
So what's new, Doc? We haven't seen you in forever, man.
Let's see. The first book of 2 of the game is done. I've broken the whole thing turned out to be almost 800 pages. So what I did is I took the magic and the creatures, made a separate volume for that. But
Okay.
the first round of the rules, I just got back from the guy. who's helping me edit. So that's ready to go get printed now. Basically, think I'm going to do it on either Amazon or Lulu. I got to look into them, and I'm going to do a PDF.
Lulu is far more fucking expensive for
That's what I've been
printing.
hearing.
I will send you a woman just did a breakdown. She ordered from the 5 top ones her book each time and did a price breakdown. I'll send you the video later.
Oh, cool.
It is literally like Amazon to buy a proof copy.
Hold on, guys. You continue. I got to get some water.
To buy a proof copy, which is like you're buying it at cost for yourself, is like 4 something, and Lulu is like 9 something. So put your margin on top of that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I hear Lulu's nicer quality.
Minor nicer
It's
quality though, right?
And
Like,
I'm not sure.
Is it $5 nicer?
Okay.
That's the question you got to ask yourself. Is it $5 nicer?
And I got to find out from. I actually got to get in touch with Drive-Thru because I want to change my my publisher name, and also I got to find. I want to find out if they'll do a print copy off of a PDF.
Usually, there's a different a format you have to upload. I don't know what Drive-Thru is because it's not the.
Yeah, I don't want to learn any formatting software. If I can avoid it.
I sent you Readsy.
Oh
which,
yeah.
Like
I
just
gotta
upload
look at that again.
You just upload it into that, and like it just tells you, give me this chapter, give me that chapter, give me that chapter in succession, and it's pretty like intuitive, but it gives you very limited font options. It's only got like 3 different templates.
Oh, okay.
But like if you're doing a novel, it's fine, right? If you're doing a rule book, you'll probably have to do that differently.
Yeah, I'll probably have to reformat it a little, make sure it fits.
Yeah. And then with Amazon, it's just 2 files you upload to them. Your cover, which is your front and back, is one PDF image, and then your interior manuscript as a separate PDF file.
It's a single image, the cover?
Yeah, from the back to the front and the spine. It's all one thing, and they have.
I'm not sure how
templates.
big the spine will be. Is the problem?
They have templates. I'll send you a link to the template generator.
Okay, cool.
So you just type in the dimensions you want for the book, and then the number of pages, and it will calculate the width of the spine.
Oh, cool.
And then give you a template that's a PDF image that you then lay things out, and it tells you where to place things.
Okay, very cool.
I will actually open that up right now because I can send you that link very easily.
So I'll probably end up doing it on Amazon for the print
and like they give you the JSON number, so you don't have to buy
the ISBN.
an ISBN number until you start making money and want to put it other places.
Okay.
So like even like you just replace it there, but as long as it's on Amazon, just use the JSON number, which is their internal version of an ISBN number.
Now, if I'm selling it on Drive-Thru, do I have to get the ISBN for Amazon then?
You just can't use the JSON number there.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, because it looks like that would be the only place to probably do a print copy. So what I'll probably do is just do the Drive-Thru as a PDF and put a link for anyone who wants the print copy.
Yeah, you can do the PDF on both as well. You just like Amazon doesn't have exclusives unless you enter their exclusive program, and then still it's only.
And I'll put it on probably Red Room too, just because I like them.
Yeah, well, sell it wherever the hell you want to sell it. Yeah, a lot of people think there are exclusives with Amazon, but it's only the one program, and you have to opt into it.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it's only for that program is only for the PDF. So if you have your PDF in that program, you can still sell your physical copies wherever you want.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not going to wind up in a bookstore, so I'm probably just going to.
It is possible, but it's It's only a vanity thing. You have to have like a 40% margin,
Yeah.
discount margin, so it's not worth it. This is the royalty calculator. Sorry for the tangent, everybody. We are both interested in this topic. I gotta find you on Discord now. So
I did my first live play on YouTube.
I
On the
saw
YouTube
that.
channel.
Really?
It started out a little shambotically. We had a lot of technical problems in the very beginning. You know what happened? I didn't realize that the first time you live stream on YouTube, there's a 24-hour hold.
Mhm.
So I went to check it out like the day before, and so that I had like a half hour before I was going to go live to actually get everything working. And I was trying to do OBS, restream, and YouTube all at the same time, and it was an absolute nightmare. So I just wound up doing restream straight to YouTube.
Yeah.
But we got it together fairly quickly after that.
Unless you want overlays and stuff like that, you don't need OBS.
I mainly wanted it for a soundboard because I
Yeah.
couldn't get that to work directly on Restream. But I mean, I can reconcile it. Plus, I'll have time to mess around with it. I might figure it out. It was weird because kept telling me OBS, oh, you have to give YouTube permission. And I was like, that's done as far as I know. But
yeah, that's weird. Okay, there is the cover calculator, and I'll send you the royalty calculator so you can know how much to price your book to it as well.
One problem is I have 3 players, none of whom want to show themselves on camera. So I just got like avatars, and that was kind of like,
not good.
But I mean, otherwise it went pretty well.
And I will find that video later. But trust me, Lulu, marginally better quality, not worth the margin you got to pay.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I was telling Doc for the proof copy, which is like at cost from the printing. Amazon is the only one that puts like a mark that says it's a proof copy. All the other major ones don't.
Yeah.
But for their copy, it's $460, somewhere around there. Lulu, it's like $9 something. And then the rest, the other 3 major ones that this woman that I saw a video did a comparison of, and these are in US prices. It was like $5 or $6. So the next highest one is a third less, roughly, give or take.
What's up, Flint? Welcome to the show.
It's absurd how much they charge for printing, and they share the same printing. Like the actual printer is the same as like 2 of the other places.
Oh, really?
So it's not even like they're paying more on their end. They're just charging you more. So yeah,
Amazon will do hard and soft covers.
They do hard, but the she only did the soft cover breakdown. But the hardcover, I think the hardcover, they're one of the, like, they're not the best in the hardcover production, but it's still a decent hardcover from what I've seen. And cool. Like the prices, there's a royalty calculator that I sent you as well, because it's their actual website. Cool. It'll tell you, it'll ask you to select the 2 differences, and it'll tell you like what the requirements are and things like that.
Oh, neat. Thank you.
It's very easy. It's just like check this, check this, check this, check this. Leave the U.S. region alone because you want global sales. Yeah. It'll just do it through that. So just leave that checklist alone.
Cool.
And then type in the number of pages and how much you want to sell it for, and
very cool. And I will get Shadow. I will get you a copy.
I appreciate it. Yeah. If you like, I can review it.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Always willing to help a fellow gamer out within reason.
Now you can also
freaking list of people. Hey, can you help me with? No.
Just make sure when you're setting up your thing on KDP. is that you do not hit go live until you request the review copies to
Oh, yeah, in
read
case
them.
there's- yeah.
Yeah, because it like the second you finalize that go live thing, it's just it'll
locked.
say 3 days or whatever, and then it'll be live. But you can order copies before that, the review copies, and then you can also like don't buy the copies and mail it to Shadow, or order an author's copy, not a review copy, an author's copy, which is just like an actual copy of the book without things, and then just put his address.
Oh, okay, cool. That'll
So
work.
it'll be at cost. Like
Yeah, I guess
not at
money
printing
is
cost,
tight
but
these days
yeah.
because of
Well,
my
it's like
stupid car.
you don't need to pay a royalty to yourself when you're buying it yourself, right?
Hey, what's up, Cody?
Hey, Cody. What's going
Yeah,
on,
Cody.
man?
I was just talking about you guys earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a solid group you got there. I know I said that before, but seriously, those are some good role players.
Oh.
Cody the eye gouger.
Yeah.
Yo, sick weirdo.
Oh. So do
But hold on. You said it was 800 pages, Doc.
Well, the whole thing altogether. So I broke it up.
that's a little thick.
Yeah, 'cause so it's basically everything except the magic and the creatures in the main rule book, and then the other stuff is gonna.
Are you going to send me both? Because
Oh yeah, I'll send you both. I still have to do a lot of editing on the second one.
Oh, I'm gonna pop that royalty calculator back open. Wait,
yeah,
that's
because
fine,
I when I was reviewing other people's books, I'm not going to say who or anything, I did come across some things that help them not make certain mistakes. So, not to toot my own horn, but it always helps to have another eye.
Oh, always, yeah.
Yeah, send them the PDF.
Yeah,
like
I'll
right
send
away.
you. I'll send you tonight. I'll send you a copy of the PDF so you can look
I
at
mean,
it.
if I like it, I'll buy my own copy. Don't worry about that. Because I don't like feeling obligated to, you know.
No. Just when we get our game done, we'll send him a copy and make him review it.
Yep.
Like that's fair trade, right?
Yeah. But I mean, if I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I think it sucks. I'm gonna tell you. I'll try to be nice. I might not be like brutal in a video. No, I will. No, if the game sucks, and I've said it before. There have been some things I read that I just didn't.
You
I
got my
hated-
address. Send me a copy too. I will call it crap just because it's 800 pages long.
like the James Bond role playing game.
I have a strict policy. If it's more than 12 pages long, it's garbage.
Yeah, I hated the James Bond role playing game. Freaking
Yeah.
despised it. If your character sheet has to have the multiplication table on it, up to 14 times 14, you have got a dumb game. Just saying, dumb.
Okay. Also, do not fall into the trap of premium color.
No, it's black and white.
Okay, I'm just saying,
It's
do
like
not
matte.
fall into
Okay.
the trap of premium color.
You already lost a star of black and white. I'm kidding. I'm actually a big fan of black and white. So, who did your art?
It's pretty much all found and or clip art.
Okay, cool.
So it's all just cool little things I found. So the cover is an old oil painting by what is this dude's name again? Edmund Leighton, a guy from like late 18th, early 19th century.
Oh, okay.
And then it's just black and white, like little goofball stuff on the interiors.
Okay. I'll make sure to pan all the artwork.
what trim size are you gonna go with?
Oh, I don't even know. It's I've got pretty big margins. I got like 1.5 inch margins on either
No,
side.
trim is the size of the book.
Oh, it's
The
just going to be
actual-
8.5 by 11.
Okay, so 8.5 by 11, standard textbook
Yeah.
large. And
Okay.
you're saying roughly 400 pages a book.
The initial game is 360, and then the magic and creatures is like 380.
So how is your book different from all the rest? Give us the 1
It's
minute sales
awesome.
pitch.
At 360 pages, I can already tell you it's not.
Well, I cover every possible thing I made. There needs to be a rule for everything kind of guy.
You're still not telling me anything, man.
Well, I don't really know what to say. It's kind of I will show it to you.
Okay, how
It's
about what genre? Let's start with
it's
what.
it's basically medieval. The
Okay,
base game is basically historical,
okay.
and then you can add the fantasy elements. That's what will be all of the
Now,
secondary
you
games.
could do a custom size to make it 6x11. That would be really funny.
That would be very strange, like a gigantic pamphlet.
It'd be like that wide, but that one.
Sticking in your
Publish it as a
pocket.
scroll, like it's a roll up scroll.
every page just has at the top and the bottom like the picture of like a scroll.
Yeah, two rollers like this thick.
Just like you could probably find on like Canva or something some picture that you can put like as a page template and just do black on the edges.
It's a pure skill based system. The character creation is very similar to Traveler.
Okay.
Kind of the expanded. So it's super high lethality. It's very modular. It's got the base game. You can like play just without any of the optional rules. It's very like simple kind of.
Okay. Well, what do you do? What do you do about keeping all the characters from ending up the same because everybody wants the same skills?
You gotta roll.
There's not a lot of skills. There's 32 basic skills, and basically there's professions, and there's 40 of those in the base game. There's 12 more in the magic book.
So it's kind of a class based with skills.
Yeah, basically, you get 5 skill. It's 1 to 5 skill levels. It's possible to get them higher than that with certain quirks. And every class gets like 5 skill levels in a 5-year turn, and they're different. You get like usually one open.
Okay, so you basically made the Traveler sci-fi game.
Well, the rest of the game is kind of different. It's all a 7 or higher on.
That's not a bad thing. I wish somebody would have done that a long time ago.
It's kind of similar to that, and that's in the dice mechanic, but
okay, because skills going up to level 5, term, life path term thing. I love that. All that stuff is great.
Full noir.
Everything's done on D6s.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
It's a unified mechanic system. Basically, it's 7 or higher to do anything with modifiers.
Okay.
Shadow, when we're done, Cops and Robbers, the fun time extravaganza, Traveler, the fantasy game, I'm all in.
Okay. Yeah, I've been wanting to see that, dude. I'm about to kill my dog on camera. He won't make up his goddamn mind whether he wants in or out. And the boy has 3 doors that we could leave open so Chewie can come back and forth. But Jackie can't have his door open because God knows what he's doing.
I already told you he's watching barbed wire and trying to beat my record.
But I got to leave my door open when I'm live so the dumb dog can come and go. Otherwise, he will bark. And if I close the door all the way, he will get traumatized and immediately come back and start barking for me to let him in, only for him to want to go back downstairs because people are downstairs partying and eating, and he should have like no business being up here because there's food down there.
Okay,
But,
so
he's my dog.
Yeah, I have a cat that's constantly lobbying for pet doors.
If it's saying to print the 360 pages, paperback, black and white interior. It doesn't matter if you pick paper, white, or cream. It's the same. Your printing cost from Amazon for that book will be $7.12 per copy. That's to print it.
Yeah.
And if you put your price tag at $25, it's estimating $7.88 for your royalties.
Nice.
So that's like just I assume you're ballparking around that price point. So
Yeah, I was thinking that route like 20 to maybe 25. I wanted to keep
Yeah.
it fairly low. I'm mainly just
Yeah.
interested in getting it out
Well,
there.
yeah.
Well-
Expecting to make a living off it.
You want people to buy it, and until things change, with everybody's economy,
Yeah.
I keep seeing these $50 and $60 books.
Yeah, that's outrageous for a game.
The Traveler Core book, I get it. It's nice. It's really nice. It's solid. Blah blah blah. But $50. I mean,
the minimum they'll let you charge is for this number of pages and the size is 1187, and that's with a absolutely 0% royalty.
Yeah, that's basically cost.
Yeah, that's them taking their pound and then the printing taking theirs.
Yeah, so probably
So-
do around $20. I'm figuring. Yeah, that's what I was looking to get the
screw it.
Mongoose.
$25 is a perfect sweet point. Get your 7 something in royalties, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I was looking at getting
and
into
that's
the
soft cover, right?
That's
Yeah.
soft cover.
What would hardcover be?
I have no idea. I will check right now.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I was looking to get into the Mongoose Traveler books, but I was looking at it. It was like there's at least 5 of them I'd want to start, and the price was added up.
okay, so
you don't need to buy anything if you're interested.
yeah, for hardcover, like you can do custom sizes for softcover, but for hardcover, I guess it's because they buy the cardstock in bulk. It only does 8.25 by 11 inches as the maximum size you can make something. So it
I
will
can
be
make that work with my margins. I could because I
Yeah.
have big margins on. I have like 1.5
Yeah.
margins, so I can make that work.
Yeah. So I'm just letting you know because that's the one thing I switched it here for hardcover, and I'm submitting right now. The printing cost will be $11.77. At same $25 point, you'll get $3.23 in royalties. So obviously, you're going to charge more for the hardcover. I didn't change that number, so if you
That's what I figured, Joe.
yeah, if you charge the same amount, I would recommend raising it by $10 minimum. That would give you $9.23, so you can even lower it. I don't know. You can play with the calculators later.
Yeah, I'm psyched. I'm psyched. I want to see this thing printed up.
Yeah, and yeah, just the template that it gives you. It will be a thing. It'll tell you exactly where everything needs to be, right? And you just keep everything in the lines. Use bleed when you set it. Just put everything to bleed, even if it doesn't bleed, right? That makes sure every image goes to the edge of the printing thing, and just follow the instructions. They're idiot proof. Even I can figure it out, and if I can figure it out, a rock can figure it out.
I'm wondering if I should offset my margins, or if I
Up to
just
you.
leave them just so they're like because of the center line. I might do it by like a quarter.
Yeah,
either
the
direction.
gutter. You want to give yourself a little bit of space for the gutter, so that means. But when you're formatting, it will tell you. It'll give you a thing to check.
How do they do? Is it stitched, or how do they do it?
It's all perfect bind. It's all glue.
Oh, perfect
Everything
bind.
is
Oh,
glue.
okay.
Everything is glue. You want
Well,
you want stitching. You got to pay for that.
Yeah, that's
like,
part of why
from-
Mongoose is so expensive. It's all stitched, which
And I don't think any print on demand company does that.
I don't. Let me see. I've got my books from Drive Through right here.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
No.
they're not stitched.
no, they're glue.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at them, they're
Yeah,
like
the one
$25 for me.
Yeah, the one printed drive-through game I got is glue.
Oh, and
Yeah, this one's actually not looking too good.
I've heard the print quality on the print on demand from drive-through is lacking.
Yeah, this Dungeon Master's Guide has got a big gap along here where the glue just doesn't exist. I don't know, maybe that's intentional. but I could also see some gap in the. Oh yeah, that's not good at all. Let me check the other ones.
Yeah, they've got a couple of more hardcovers in that series there.
The other
There's
ones
some
look
pretty good.
okay. It's just the DMG is kind of hefty, you know.
Mhm.
And they're not awful. Wait, let me check the other one.
Yeah.
The Rule Cyclopedia, which is like the biggest book I've ever purchased from them. And that was a while ago. Same thing, yeah. I don't even want this book. I disliked it so much.
Yeah. One of the reasons it came out so big is it's like a very modular system. There's a lot of optional rules, so you can run it like very rules light or super crunchy or anywhere in between, just
You
kind of
guys
depending on how you
never
want to do
listen
it.
to me. You guys never listen to me. You could cut that book by 200 pages and still justify a price point of $25.
I
So,
like the game to be complete. I like the stuff
so,
in
so,
there.
so I'm saying that you could strip out the stuff that doesn't make it break the game to play, but can be sold as a supplement.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to put out a ton of books. Two is fine.
Three's the
Five.
magic lucky number, though.
I have a
Five.
super stripped down version of it, which is only like 40 pages, which I'm going to do.
Well,
I'll
balloon
probably
that up
put
to
that out as well.
150 and call that the core rule book.
Mhm.
And then take the stuff that's in the other section and call that additional abilities supplement guide 1 and 2 and 3, and then you got the bestiary and the spell arcana, and we'll get her up to about 7-8 books.
Well, I'm
We'll
not
call it a nice
watching here. I'm not
well-rounded
trying to sell you
capitalist
20
number.
books. I can't expect people to buy like 10 books for
No,
me.
no, 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 no. Not 10. 8. It's a nice, well-rounded capitalist number.
Jim Cody, Flint who? Flint Fireforge? I'm not familiar with the character.
Oh, Fireforge. I think that's an at, so it's that's the guy,
Right. But
person
they're
who
talking
just
about the Flint, the person, got his name from the character,
oh yeah, I see that now.
and I don't know what that's from.
Neither do I. Flint, Michigan. I hear they got great water there. Yeah. So
Is that town still there?
I don't know. At least a
Gone the way
third
of
of it is.
Detroit. Have you guys seen
Water.
pictures out of Detroit recently? It's like 3/4 empty. It's like
Yep.
overrun. There's like bobcats and freaking wolves
Really?
around. It's just like all overgrown
Dragonlance.
already.
That's why I've never read a single anything Dragonlance, except the AD&D supplement hardcover book, and I didn't know what the hell I was looking at.
So my favorite thing is like there was a guy doing Middle East coverage over the war there, right? And he was doing all this, and every picture he showed was of Flint. So of the wreckage and shit, it was just like pictures of Flint.
I thought it was in like Flynn, their Joe.
No, this place isn't blown up enough. Get me some Michigan pictures.
Well, they were. It was just he
That'll
was
scare
like
'em.
he was fucking with the rep that he was talking to, right? So.
That's funny. Yeah, it sounds like there could be a lot of opportunities there if you
Yeah.
had the right group of people.
The problem is there are things that prevent those things from being opportunities. Notably, the people that are already there.
Well, that's why I said you got to go in with the right group of people.
You're not one of those people, though. You would be a liability, even 40 years ago, 40,000 years
40
ago.
years ago. 40 years ago, I would be, what, 18? No, I definitely wouldn't have been.
Yes, you would have been.
And honestly, what I was talking about is just looking for the old homes and making off with certain things.
Oh, you mean like renting a U-Haul and a guy with a shotgun to make sure it doesn't get jacked while you're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of guys with shotguns, a couple of U-Hauls.
We need to modify the U-Haul so it has a turd on top.
And a lot of drills and saws.
Yeah.
But here,
Well, just a hammer and a flathead screwdriver. Just knock the doors right off their hinges and put them into the fucking truck.
Yeah,
You
all
sell
the
old
fixtures, the old bathtubs, things like that. A lot of money in that.
Yeah, and then we like pull the copper out of the walls.
Sure, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, someone's going to do it anyways.
Yeah.
You know.
You rent the U-Haul. I'll be right down.
Yeah, I can imagine. And the shotguns.
Not sure you can rent those.
Rent shotguns.
I'm okay.
It would make sense because if you kill somebody, you can't track the ballistics. So.
Well, depends on what kind of shotgun shell you're using.
Right. Well, you don't use deer slugs. Give it away. But yeah.
No. See, my technique is a cloud of pepper spray and tasers. Just burst their hearts. There's no fucking ballistics for taser tags, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
What about your white phosphorus? I thought you were dedicated to white phosphorus.
He normally is, but it is a little expensive these days.
Yeah,
Tasers, not so much.
You gotta have some fun every now and then. And also, if we have a guy running around with fire on him, he might like burn one of the buildings down or something.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Damage your infrastructure.
Yeah. Before I get a chance to take the fucking cast iron hot tub out of the third story floor.
Yeah,
we've already started the Traveler game. This is what we're doing for the first mission.
I'm surprised that people haven't already started doing that, like on a massive level.
People are doing that, bro.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
People like break it in, taking out all the copper tubing and the wiring.
Yeah, things that they can get away with, right? Like physically move. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's the occasional. It's been 16 months since anyone's been in this neighborhood. Let's just like take the tub out.
Uh-huh.
Tub's heavy. That's a big move.
Well, yeah, I see.
Especially if you're a big iron one.
You get 4 guys and
in afternoon.
Yeah. Or you just take out the freaking wall.
Or the floor. Just let it go down a level on its own.
What show was that? Was it Breaking Bad where you had the guy like melt the body down?
Yeah, it was.
I mentioned like you put it in the tub and boom through the floor.
Yeah, it leaked. Yeah, it was like that. The way they describe that cannot be done. That's not physically possible. The acid has to be in a closed environment. It off gases too much to break down the
meat.
Yeah, the meat. You gotta have that right kind of chemical drum, and put the body in that.
Yep.
There's also with burning bodies too. You gotta have them enclosed. You can't have them in open pits. They just don't burn in open pits.
Yeah, you don't get enough heat.
You don't get enough heat. So steel drum, better.
There's somewhere out there. There's a guy taking notes.
Yeah.
Doing the.
Remember?
What movie was that? Where Steve Buscemi's putting the lipstick on, looking at the list of people he wants to ice.
And there's a picture of me fucking.
And Adam Sandler was on his list, and Adam Sandler just happens to call him to apologize. So he
Yeah,
scratched.
yeah. I think it was Happy Gilmore,
Was it? Yeah.
which they're making a sequel to. Happy Gilmore
Really?
2.
Yeah. My
Don't watch
mental
it.
jury's still out on Sandler. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm,
he took a dive. I mean, I was never a huge Sandler fan, but like the last couple of things I saw him in were terrible.
I'm really pissed, right? Because the way I found out that they're doing a Happy Gilmore 2 is I was watching YouTube and I saw like Groundhog Day 2,
What?
right? Groundhog Day 2. And so I went to
They
go look
wouldn't.
for it,
They
and
wouldn't.
it's fake.
Oh
But
my
the
god.
commercial the guy made, and I read the description, and it's like I'm practicing my filming techniques, and I thought this would be fun. And it's just like because it's the commercial the guy made for it has Bill Murray in it, right? But it's like clips from something else, and it has McQueen or whatever the fuck her name is. Uh,
Oh yeah, the girl from
Groundhog Day.
yeah.
And then it's focused around her daughter. So her like he has like Bill Murray, what's her face, and her actual daughter, who's in that stupid movie that just came out that everybody loves, The Source or whatever, the stupid body horror one.
Was that Andy McDowell?
Andy McDowell
Yeah.
Well,
and
didn't
Andy
she?
McDowell.
Didn't she marry? What's his name? Ted Danson. Or am I thinking
I don't
somebody?
think
Mary
so.
Steenburgen.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
was.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Right.
I can just.
There's somebody else you haven't seen.
She
forever.
married some random guy. I looked it up earlier. But yeah, Andy McDowell and
Who was she in? She was in something that was
Groundhog Day.
Besides that,
Oh, Robin Hood.
St. Elmo's Fire.
Was it St.
She
Elmo's?
wasn't in St. Elmo's Fire, was she?
She was like the girl that Emilio Estevez was into, but she had a
Oh
boyfriend.
right, yeah. Well, she was in a bunch of like smallish.
Yeah, I think she was in Green Card, or one of those like Green Card movies where like she's got like marry like Gerard Depardieu for his Green Card or something. Or he was marrying her for a Green Card, I think.
I will never understand
Oh,
France.
she was in Hudson Hawk. She was in the best movie ever, Hudson
I've never
Hawk.
seen Hudson Hawk. Everybody raves
You
about it.
have committed a sin by not seeing Hudson Hawk.
it's a good movie.
I do have
It
to
is
check
the
that out.
best fucking Bruce Willis film. Hands
you might
down.
be right. You
no
might be right. It was
exception.
really good.
There should have been 15 sequels to that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I
It's
wanted to
really
see-
weird too because like that's one of those movies that
and it was super low budget, right? Like they could have made one of those every goddamn summer.
Yep. But it got such bad reviews
Yeah, because
for no good reason.
it had a bunch of like artistic bullshit going on in the background, like artsy fartsy stuff.
Yeah.
Sex Lies and Videotapes. You ever see that?
No.
It's got Andy McDowell in it.
Okay.
Well, like the best known thing she's in is Four Weddings, a Funeral, Groundhog Day, Sex Lies and Videotapes, and Hudson Hawk.
Okay.
So like this is what IMDb is saying.
I fell asleep during Fort Weddings in a funeral.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I wouldn't even
It
watch a
was
movie like that.
It was just so like nothing took place. That entire
Yeah,
film.
it's melodrama.
Yeah, I got no time for that. In real life or
There was a guy with Hawaiian suit vests. That was the only thing I remember and liked about that movie.
She was apparently in an episode of Spencer for Hire.
might be where she got her start.
No, but pretty close to it.
Was that Robert Urich?
Yeah.
Oh, and Deep Space Nine guy was in it.
Yeah. Avery Brooks.
Yeah.
He played Hawk.
But the different Hawk though.
Yeah. And in the first episode of the TV series, the last action scene of the episode, I've told this story a few times. He was wearing a cape and it was Snow White. He was wearing a Snow White cape. He
Weird.
was one hood away from being
Grandmaster or Grand Dragon.
from being a comedy skit by
Mel
what's his
Brooks.
way? No, I'm thinking who's the black guy who
Oh
hosts
yeah,
the show?
I'm blank. I
Dave
can't
Chappelle?
think of it.
Dave
Dave
Chappelle. He's one
Well,
hood away
so
from being a Dave Chappelle comedy skit.
well, before that, there was Mel Brooks Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't like Mel Brooks, so
Oh, really? You didn't like Blazing Saddles?
no.
Really? It's one of the funniest movies of all
Yeah,
time.
I love
Yeah,
Blazing Saddles. Some of his later movies I wasn't at all
you
into.
should watch
And
his
Young
of course,
Memoir.
Frankenstein is awesome.
Young Frankenstein's a classic. Sorry.
You should watch Blazing Saddles with a more critical eye.
More critical eye. It's a freaking comedy. It's a stupid movie.
Yeah, well, there's a message there, and you're the target of it. Yeah,
What? We should all be able to laugh at just about anything?
no,
You have to tell me later because I'm not getting it.
yeah, it's okay. I love Spencer for Hire. Yeah,
I only watched a
Spencer
little
for
bit.
Hire. Spencer for Hire, and that author was like an incredibly shit Libby program. Yeah, like it was a lot of what we would like full on SJW shit,
What
and that
was
was in the 80s. Spencer
Spencer?
for Hire, yeah.
That doesn't
I-
surprise me. I was more
Yeah.
of
Never
a
saw it.
Remington Steele or Simon and Simon
Mm.
fan, or better yet, the Rockford Files. When it came
Rockford
to
Files was
The
awesome.
Rockford Files. Rockford Files.
Except
you
for that
ever watch-
ear-splitting music. Oh my god, I hated
Oh,
that.
I just rewatched like
what,
the
what
first
was his
season.
fucking name? It slipped in my. God,
James Garner
thank you.
from Rockford Files.
James Garner was one badass motherfucker.
Oh yeah, he was Maverick.
Well, no, I mean in real life.
So I can
He
picture that.
he out badassed Bronson. All those guys, they looked up to him like he was freaking the second coming, or the first coming of Chuck Norris. Not even kidding, guys. He was something else. Yeah, I got to put Ice Pirates on my list. I did just watch
That is a classic film.
Wing Commander, and I've got the Sword and the Sorceress, the Sword and the Sorcerer.
Commander.
Excuse me, on my queue right now.
I
Where
watched
did you
that
watch
not long
Wing
ago.
Commander?
Sorry, what was that, Justin?
Where did you watch Wing Commander?
YouTube.
Oh, it was just on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I was doing my treadmill and I needed something, to watch instead of bullshit, and it came up, and I watched it in clips because I was doing other things as I do, Monday through Friday, so I couldn't just sit and watch it, but it was really good. I mean, it could have been better, sure. But for the fans of the video game, it hit all the right spots.
Was
I
Mark
never actually
Hamill in
played
it?
it. No.
No, Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
I
I
know
played.
I had Freddie Prinze Jr. in it, and I really hate him.
Oh,
There's just something about him.
Yeah, I see that. Like, I get that. I highly respect that. And even his buddy Shaggy there. I also don't like all that much, but
Yeah,
it's
they
still
were
a fun
both in
film.
that movie, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought. No, wait. Yeah, I kept thinking I was looking at what's his name's son, Nick Nolte's son, but it wasn't, was it?
No, well,
I was like,
it's,
no shit. Why did I? Why did I? It was the blonde hair, I guess. The like overly bleached blonde hair that was doing it. Like, no shit, that was him. Although he was a perfect Shaggy, you got to admit.
yeah, he was a perfect Shaggy.
I mean, never. He almost out Shaggy the original Shaggy.
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah. But I was
Yeah, I
watching a little bit of The Sword and the Sorcerer. You guys remember that movie?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that not long ago, actually.
With the triple bladed sword.
Yeah, that ridiculous thing, and then
Yeah,
shot the blade.
That was, and you know, I hate to admit it, but I saw more than one of those in D&D games. Just saying.
You
Back
should
when
be ashamed. You should be very, very ashamed. The people who
uh,
made that movie should be ashamed. Anyone who saw that movie should be ashamed. Even though I did, I am also ashamed of that movie.
um,
It's a
I
fun
think my
movie, but
12-year-old
I'm
self
still
couldn't
ashamed.
help it. Just saying. Uh, what was funny though about that, I was watching it, you know, with a critical eye toward
Movie.
how they made that special effect happen.
It's a string
I realized that, but I'm
and a
like,
sparkler. It's not even a firecracker. It's a fucking sparkler.
which is funny because I just lit a sparkler on Grandma's cake just a little while ago.
Oh, it was Grandma's birthday.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is she like 107 now?
83.
Yeah, close enough.
But I was just like, because if you watch it carefully, it actually like it shoots out, but then it dips because the weight.
It's a homing blade.
It was so awful.
Mm.
But there were some cuties in it. You know,
Yeah,
some of the
yeah.
actresses were not too shabby. I don't remember. I know I've seen the lead role somewhere, but I just couldn't place him.
It had that pompous English guy who was in everything in the 70s.
Uh-huh.
Can't remember his name. I
But
just
I'm not
remember
done
the end where
watching.
they crucify him and he just rips himself down.
Yeah, I was like, and then he uses his hands. The most remarkable part. Then he uses,
yeah, nothing wrong with him. Ow.
yeah. You have any idea how many bones were broken on the way in and on the way out? You dumbass. Yes, sure. You're free, but you're now useless.
You're gonna have to send me a link to where you found Wing Commander.
Uh, yeah.
Not right now, later.
I can do it in like 2 minutes. Otherwise, I'll forget.
Okay.
Because I
No.
actually I saved it in my YouTube to make sure that I didn't lose it, so I could watch it. But now it'll be friggin' gone.
Yeah.
Under my watch later.
Da.
Yeah, but it's still here.
Good.
Share. Copy link. You want it too, Doc? No, you don't.
Yeah, what the hell? I'll watch it.
I mean, I played Wing Commander as a kid, and not just the ones with the like Mark Hamill and Malcolm McDowell and things like that. I played the ones before it, and it was a fun game.
Yeah, I never played Wing Commander. I always heard about it, but I never got around to playing it.
It was one of the few games that I was literally better than all my friends at. I had this one friend; he'd come over and we play, and it was a shame there wasn't a two-player version. But we would take turns playing the missions, and I was king of the skies.
It's not available in my region.
I just sent it to you, and it's not available, huh?
Yeah. You know what that means? Arr, matey.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pirate the fucking shit.
Did you send me some recently, Doc?
Not recently.
Okay. I have to search through a million friggin' people.
Just go up to all, or just go over to my Discord page, and his thing's there. There's only like 8 people there, so
You know what space fighting game I loved? Do you remember the Colony Wars game?
Vaguely.
Yeah, those I liked a lot. That and Elite, I played those all the time.
Elite, Dangerous.
Well, previous Dangerous. Dangerous is the new one.
Yeah.
Although I haven't played that in forever. They've just been like shitting the bed with that. I have a feeling that that's going to die soon.
What Elite?
Yeah, they keep like updating it and screwing it up. And
You guys want the Sword and the Sorcerer too?
I know I got that.
Okay.
Yeah. I
I've
think
also
it's
got
I think it's on Tubi.
I've also got a movie I've never seen before, called Star Night, 1985 on my
That
list.
sounds very familiar from somewhere.
1985 classic
heard of it.
alien dragon full movie Star Night. Never seen it, never heard of it. And then I've got Akira, all for the things.
Akira.
Akira!
Akira. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen Akira?
Oh yeah, many times. I used to own it.
Oh
I
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
seen it.
You haven't seen Akira?
Take care,
No.
Flint.
Yeah, you need to rectify that.
Yeah.
Like leave right now and go watch Akira.
Yeah, it was one of the first I would literally call classic animes that really deserved that moniker. Uh,
I like the motorcycle in that.
oh, I know, right? I saw a guy do a video where he made the motorcycle out of aluminum cans. It's freaking gorgeous because it was all shiny metal. The same guy who does like he's done the Batmobile and Iron Man, and just by cutting aluminum cans with the right shears and I was just like,
Oh, I remember my mom had this like little rocking chair that was made out of a beer can. It was actually very cool. Whoever did it, it was like an
yeah,
idiot.
uh, there's a lot of things you can do besides just cut your fingers on aluminum cans if you're really careful and have the time to do
I
that
bet that
sort of
guy
thing.
still cut his fingers a lot.
Oh God, yeah. I mean that shit's sharp. But there's it's actually, if you think about it, because now they have those model kits that are made out of just flat sheet metal that you got to punch out to pieces.
Yeah, they've had those forever though.
You're right, but it's the same material for the most part, as far as I can tell. But it's a great starting medium if you need, and you're making something small. Clearly, unless you're
Mhm.
like making like scale mail or something, which would be cool. I guarantee you could do that. So it would be lightweight and look good, but not be super super heavy. As a matter of fact, when we were making some shields for this production, we just took wooden circles and took aluminum cans, cut them up, and just lined the edge of the shield with tacked on bits of aluminum can,
Mhm.
and they turned out looking really decent. I guarantee they weren't you know gonna do anything in the way of defending against an axe, but it was
No,
just
you need plywood for that.
no, it was plywood.
Oh well, that's how fucking old circle axes were made. Plywood, like back in the day.
You mean shields?
Yeah, that's how they were made. Not axes, shields.
Yeah, that's what we used: is plywood and aluminum cans, and I forget what we used for the hardware for the handles, but it was mostly just for so you could see the front because we were decorating a stage, trying to make it look like a Viking longship, actually.
Sorry, let me be very accurate. They were made out of laminated wood composite, which is what plywood is. So,
Right.
Let me let this cat out. Hang on.
but I think they were glued together with animal fat instead of like super modern glues and shit.
Uh,
I don't
Not
know.
horse hooves.
Maybe horse hooves, but they didn't cheap out. They used the whole horse hoof. Not this like fucking diluted crap.
That was the old joke with horses. Put them out when they're done. They
Sell
put
them to
out
the
the
glue
pasture.
factory.
Yep.
Oh, so TCG is over on Connells or Cal's. I don't know, somewhere. I just opened up YouTube and saw that Connell's live right now, and I think he's restreaming Cal show. So, oh
Oh, you mean Bruce's show?
no,
Cal's got a show?
apparently.
Really? That's weird. You didn't tell me? I would have. I didn't even know he had a channel.
Yes,
Oh, no, that's you mean Kai.
Kai. Sorry,
Yeah, that's a big difference.
it's a K instead of a C.
Well, not only that, but they're two different people with two different um, personalities. Yeah, Kai does a thing with Bruce uh, on Saturday nights. So they're the hell was that?
That was Doc
sorry.
blowing into something without muting his mic.
Oh, okay. I thought someone was telling me to shh, shh. I'm like, what? Yeah, it's Bruce, Six Nations, Connell, Crafting Gamer, and Kai. Because Bruce's game just ended a while ago.
I didn't see Bruce there when I looked over, but
Well,
I
because
could have
Bruce
just missed
is doing the only hands thing.
only
His
hands.
games run long. He runs. The last one I saw, he ran it was on like 4.5 hours. He went.
That is a bull-faced lie. It was 18 and a half hours.
Yeah,
Did he
Bruce's
do
shows
a-
are usually like 8 to 10 hours. I used to be in the game, and it was just too much because then I would do my show, then the Quantum show. So on every other Saturday, I was literally in front of a camera for like 16 hours a day, and it was just like no, no, and no. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna shut the show down in just a little bit to go have some more cake and ice cream. Uh,
Ooh, I should have done that. I gotta make another cake this weekend.
but yeah, Doc, send me your thing,
Yeah, I'll get that off
and
tonight.
and I won't be getting to it in the next week because I've already got a stack of things I've got to review.
No rush. No rush at all.
Um,
It's gonna be
as
a
a
little bit.
matter of fact, you know what? Let's
Send it to me too. I'll pretend to look at it.
All right.
um, but keep on my ass to review it, or it could get forgotten.
Yeah, no problem. It's going to be a little bit before I have it ready to be printed anyway. So
Right. Well, I want to help you in that process to get it, more ready because I will take notes and stuff. Uh, because you're one of us, and
One of us. One of us.
Googly
the obligatory.
Gobble.
And
Did anyone ever see the movie that came from Freaks?
no,
That is a messed up damn movie.
wait a minute.
It's got the other guy from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures.
Not.
Not Keanu, the other guy.
Yeah,
Mr.
not Barry
White.
Pepper. Because Barry Pepper looks just like him.
Are you sure? Because that's an old movie. I think that's from the 50s.
Freaks?
Yeah.
Because I for the
Unless
longest
they
time I
redid
thought
it.
Barry Pepper and him
Oh,
were
maybe
the
I'm thinking
same
of a
guy,
different movie.
but they're not.
What movie did the One of Us come from?
That was from Freaks.
So,
Freaks, yeah.
Although
1930s.
it gets referenced here and there, so they might have used it.
Okay, so it might have been referenced.
I think I've actually
1932.
seen it. Is it
Oh.
like is it about like literal like circus carnival type freaks?
It's this whole
sideshow
bunch of
stuff.
like sideshow freaks, and there's this one of them's like really rich, and this like beautiful woman marries him for his money, and then she does something and betrays him, and then they like mutilate her and turn her to a chicken woman and like, put her on display. It's like
Yeah, I think I have seen that. Yeah. Yeah, we need more movies like that. Like People Under the Stairs was another one
With
like
the
that.
black kid, and yeah, they were kidnapping people.
I don't remember that about it.
People under the stairs.
Yeah.
Well, let me know when you got this up. We'll get you a copyright strike right at the end of the show.
We'll make her one of us. A loving cup, a loving cup. We accept her one of us. We accept her one of us. Gooba gobble,
We'll gobble.
We accept her, we accept her.
That's a foot. Did you see the foot?
One of us, one of us. Gooba gobble. They're going to make you one of them. My big cup. Gooba gobble.
that was the sanest scene in that film.
And it lacked a lot of tension. It was boring. Gooble gobble. But I was thinking of the film. I have to look the guy's name up. Bill and Ted. I will look the film up. I'm bringing up the IMDb page in a minute. Alex White was the name of the actor.
Yeah.
Freaked.
Oh, okay. Similar name.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just pop up the IMDb page here. Mr. T. Shadow.
Sorry, what?
I popped up the IMDb page.
Oh.
The one I was thinking of. And if you get things like that in your movie, it's also it had Brooke Shields in it.
Well, she is a freak, so
Well,
She's a
but
little weird.
But this is and what's his name from Blossom? Okay, that's enough of that. They had a guy with a sock for a head.
I like good old
So-
practical effects.
Yeah, that movie bombed though. Worth a watch if you can find it.
okay. It's
Yeah.
gonna go to the bottom of the pile, not the top. Just saying.
Yeah, don't put it on the paw. You can put that on the. I saw it on the internet. That's good enough.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't mean that I would pay for it. In any way,
No.
shape-
I mean, like I've seen scenes of it or whatever,
Oh,
like clips or stills or like. That's all you need to know. Watch that movie.
yeah, like Sword and the Sorcerer.
No, that's a better film. Still be
It was
ashamed because of that sword.
It
Still be
was
ashamed.
still pretty much hot garbage.
Mhm.
I'm dying to see how it ends.
You haven't watched it all yet.
They,
Oh, God,
they
no.
did make a sequel to it like 20 years later.
Oh, you're
We'll see.
kidding.
It feels unfinished, like they just didn't finish filming it and they just edited it as best they could. Well,
Wait, what is
as
this?
horrible as a sequel to Sword and Sorcerer.
Oh God.
It has Kevin Sorbo in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What's it called?
it's Sword. I think I forget. I think it was called Sword and Sorcerer 2. I'm not sure.
Oh, wow.
It
You
was,
know if
it
it's
was,
got Kevin Sorbo in it, it is not good.
yeah. They yeah,
One of these days, I'm
it
going to have
was
to watch him as King Kull. Anybody see that one yet?
Yeah,
No, I've heard it was terrible.
Call is like his best film.
Yeah, there's a high bar.
That's so sad. That's so sad because I like him as a human being. He seems like a decent guy.
Horrible movie.
You're making spaghetti this week
What?
because I said so.
And if I refuse?
No, you can't. It's not allowed.
You know what you should make instead? Is lasagna. You should make,
And?
make a tray of lasagna, but like, because you got to make the sauce for it, right?
And?
So everybody else is eating lasagna, and he's got his little plate of fucking noodles with spaghetti sauce on it.
No. See, the thing is, I won't make spaghetti meatballs because Grandma will put hot sauce on it without tasting it. We'll just instinctively just freaking douse it in hot sauce.
So what? You're not eating it.
Yeah, but where I come from, that's considered insulting without tasting the food first or adding something to it that doesn't belong. That's like saying, I don't like the way it tastes. Let me make it better. Well, if you don't like my cooking, go fuck yourself and don't eat my table.
Would she do that to lasagna?
Oh yeah, she likes the lasagna, the spaghetti, but some reason it's like grab it before tasting it, and I'm like, it's not supposed to be spicy. It's
I don't
supposed
know.
to
I like spicy spaghetti.
be, yeah, but not everything has to be spicy.
My no made it spicy.
And that just irritated me. So I've just there's been a long running policy of if Grandma's here, I don't make it. And Jackie's just saying, "Oh no, you're making it."
No, what I'm saying is, don't make the meatballs. Just make like take some of the sauce that you would use in the lasagna, put it aside, dish out everyone else a nice big thick piece of lasagna because it's a far better meal, and just boil them up just a little one portion piece of noodles and pour some sauce on it, and put a crust of bread there next to it. Extra carbs. The boy needs to gain some weight, and then he can watch you eat that beautiful 7-layer lasagna.
I wish they made deeper glass dishes to do just that.
You
All the
don't
ones
use a glass dish for lasagna. You go and get the square turkey tray from the fucking dollar store, like a man.
the ones that are like 6 inches deep.
That's what I use.
Do you know how much that would cost? In cheese alone, you're looking $50.
You make the ricotta yourself. It only takes an afternoon. You put the milk on a low simmer. You add salt and lemon to it. It's fine.
Still, with as much pepperoni as I put on a 2-inch dish,
It's only one layer. But spinach in another layer is healthier.
still we're talking $50 to make one of those here.
Yeah, and you're making the boy watch you eat it, and he doesn't get any. He gets his little bit of spaghetti. That's the point of that.
Yeah, but it's not spaghetti without meatballs.
That makes it
Well,
even
it's
more
not spaghetti meatballs without meatballs. It's still spaghetti.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
And it's more of a funny punishment. You also film it. You know?
I could do that.
That way, you dish out the big. Yeah, and you give everyone like a portion, like 3 times their normal size, so it's even more. It's like
Yeah, then I get accused of trying to kill Grandma.
I'm okay with that. And so are you. So shut up.
Well, I've been accused of many things. You know, the funny thing is that she would eat it and be just fine.
Yeah.
So I'm a pretty good cook. I mean,
Well,
compared
the
to my,
micro,
my
the
compared to my
microwave,
local competition. Let's put it that way.
the microwave is a pretty good cook. Don't lie.
I don't really microwave that much. I only use the microwave to reheat things. You
Yeah.
know, because
We
like
all we all heard you say you don't cook anything that isn't made in the microwave many a
no,
time, and
no,
then
no, no.
then
That was
crafting
just
reiterates.
the burritos I was eating for lunch for a period until I got burnt out on them. Because that's what I do. I find something I like for lunch and just burn it out. You know, so that uh, a couple months, 6 months.
Mhm.
That's what I have for lunch. And time to plug in until I get tired of that, and then I move on to something else, or better yet, just skip lunch, which is actually better for me. It's not like I'm burning that many calories during any given day.
Yeah. Uh, Doc, you need to set up your KDP account sooner than later.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
do. I'll get that. I'll get.
And we will be
And,
back next week to finish the Traveler characters. Hopefully, Crafting and Omen and Raven will show up, although I have a
they won't.
feeling Raven is not going to actually participate because she's
Gay
still scared to play it live. Um,
weirdo.
in which case, I'll just run her character, Neener Neener.
No, just we don't bump into her until she shows up in session.
We don't what?
We don't bump into that character until she shows up in session.
Yeah, that we could do that.
Yeah.
She's just you know uh, stage fright, that sort of thing. Doesn't think she knows how to do it, but
She's got as much experience with this game as I do.
well, yeah, the whole role playing thing. But I'm like, I explained it to her, in the most simplistic terms. I even ran her through like I was talking to her on Messenger, and I ran her through a role playing situation. And she didn't realize it, and then I said, "You just role played." You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
it's that fucking simple. I mean, we've been doing it since we were little bitty kids. We just don't realize it. You know,
Yeah.
Cowboys and Indians, cops and robbers, make
Yeah.
believe.
Instead of getting into a fist fight over who won, you roll a die instead.
Right.
And then you get into a fist fight.
Yeah.
We're
Like
just a
real
bunch
men.
of big kids. Enjoy it. That's what
Yeah.
life's for, is to enjoy it, not to, you know, struggle and fret away the days. So with
Mhm.
that, folks, I'm going to say goodnight as I got to do some things, some family things.
Okay, it was good catching
Good
you
night,
guys.
guys.
Been away too
Yeah,
long.
definitely, Doc. And seriously, pester the shit out of me till I finish the review. Because I, a lot of things I'm reviewing, I don't know the people, and that's it's a big difference, and I will give you a fair and honest, at least from my opinion, review.
Yeah.
Justin, I like that
I,
idea. Let's do the other one too. But take a look at what I did already, and feel free to finish or fill out some of those charts because I know you're going to have some funny ideas. I just did some of the basics. Um, George,
Yep.
you
what
were
do you
here.
got coming up?
Oh, nothing really. I just gotta catch up on my day job, basically.
Yeah, you gotta figure out where the toilets go in the 7th floor
Yeah.
executive suite for
I
the
wish it was that
building.
easy. It's more like figure out how to not get the building inspectors to be jerks.
Hmm.
Because there was no toilet on the 7th floor.
I know. But had to walk all the way down to the first.
Oh,
Crapping in the stairway. People slipping.
Well,
And breaking
depending
their
on the neighborhood, that's
crap
pretty much
lousy.
common.
Oh, what's that line from Battlefield Earth? Crap lousy. Oh, I can't remember it, but it's funny. It's funny. there's a scene where he says that. Whatever. Party on, everyone.
Happy trails. We'll see you guys
To each other.
Monday on this guy's show.
Great.
Where we'll be making up some shit and talking about other crap and
Yeah.
reaching
Usual.
out. I'll call Shadow gay. Sorry, Shadow, I didn't call you gay enough today. I feel.
I'm so broken up. Whatever shall I do?
Oh wait, no, I did say you had the fist and the. Yeah, I got that joke.
That made up for a lot.
You filthy perverts.
That's worth at
You
least 10.
filthy degenerates. Everybody out there at home, have yourself a great
You're the
week.
one doing this stuff.
Later.
Even once. I'll see you guys later. Adios.